Target acquired. Time to be sneaky. Ooh. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. What's that? Sneaky, sneaky. Shit! Sneaky, sneaky. Jumping at shadows again. Thought I heard someone saying sneaky. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Just the wind. Hi. Get back to your post. Gross. Back to your post now. Yes, sir. Cultists are so spoiled these days. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. It tickles. Stop it. What is wrong with you? That was not sneaky.
The Blood Angels. Noble Space Marines are known for their ferocious red thirst and black rage psychosis. They excel in rapid strikes, but the Reivers take it to the next level, launching brutal assaults with sudden fury and shocking violence. They serve as terror troops, sowing fear and confusion amongst their foes. Hello and welcome to an Evil Clown Slayer review or unboxing, however you want to see this. Today I wanted to look at the McFarlane Blood Angel Reiver Sargent. This guy came in a line of 3 with a Tyrannid and an Iron Warrior. But it's excited to get this guy. Just came in the mail a couple days ago. He is a Target exclusive as far as I can tell, so he kind of snuck in here. Kind of like the Word Bearer. It seemed like it took a while before everyone started finding him and buying him. He was Word Bearer was Amazon exclusive, but I think this guy's only in Target. So looking at the box, I had to give it to McFarlane. This line, the newer line, the last line in this line, the boxes have been pretty impressive, or quite a bit cooler than before. It's not a huge deal to me because, again, I'm just, for the most part, probably going to throw these boxes away. But it does make me a lot more tempted to hold on to them. But there we go. So let's take a look. Get this thing opened up. As far as, again, you can get this thing at Target. This one actually was a little less. The last line with the World Eater and Terminator, let's see, the World Eater and the Space Wolf, those were both $30. This line seems to be a little bit cheaper. This was $25 each, which is, I think it's a good price for these things. I was griping a little bit because I was like, oh, I don't want to pay. When I heard about these guys, I didn't really want to pay $30 for figures that basically already exist, because, I mean, this is very similar to some of the ones that have already been released. But something that we're getting a little more with this guy, from what we can see right here. The last Reiver, the Ultramarines Reiver, came with just the gun and a backpack, and that is it. So let's first take a look at this guy. So I believe this is a sculpt from the artist proof. I never picked that up, but I did get the painted Ultramarine version. Ooh. Okay. So overall, detail-wise, looks pretty good. Very similar to the Ultramarine, except they did add a little extra dry brushing here. And the face it's kind of nice. I mean, they got more colors in there. Makes it a little more interesting. But I always hate when they try to throw the skin in there. I don't know. It's McFarlane, this line of Warhammer stuff, they haven't been doing the best with the faces. I mean, I think there's only been 2 or 3 out there, if I recall. I think the Space Wolf was actually pretty good, but then they had the Word Bearer before that, which, in my opinion, looked like butt. this is not as bad or noticeably bad, but I still just, the skin just looks so fake. I wish they'd just throw a helmet on him and call it good. But that's just me complaining. But otherwise, the little mouth thing looks pretty sweet. You do have a little bit of texture paint in there. Again, that goes a long way. That's awesome that they did that. They didn't just leave that bright white. I wish they do that in some of their other figures, but you know, a little bit of it's hard to see. It's not that obvious because it's yellow on the skin, but there's a little overlap on paint there. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the amount of detail they've made a point to paint just for that head anyway. And again, this is newer. The last guy I don't believe had any kind of like dry brush on his details there. But for the most part, if you guys have the original one, you can kind of get an idea of what to expect. In my opinion, this was a really pretty good figure. It's kind of a shame. I mean, for me anyway, I feel like it's kind of a shame because I'm just not a huge fan of the Reivers, but that's just me. It's I started playing Warhammer back in the early 2000s or late 90s, and Reivers were not a thing. So it's like I'm kind of more, even though the Primaris are technically Primaris, not the classic Space Marines, I just like the look of the Primaris more because they look more like the originals. I'm not a big, I mean, the Reaver is pretty cool, I guess. Just as far as Space Marines go, I don't see them as sneaking around. I see them as Terminators, just kind of barging through doors, stomping around. But so yeah, these guys, as far as I know, they kind of seem like they're supposed to be scouts. If you're an old school player like me, the main difference is though that these are full-on Space Marines, not Space Marines going through puberty, which I used to see the scouts like that. I don't know what's going on with this ankle. It's hard to tell, but it seems like it's off. But it could just be, I'm not sure. But yeah, this, again, figure-wise, really nice. A lot of articulation, realistic articulation too. It doesn't seem like it's a yoga instructor in power armor. What's that? This is new, but I believe, again, this was on the artist proof. But again, I didn't own that, so this is new compared to the painted version. All right, let's take a look at his accessories. Okay, so we got our backpack. That's, again, similar to the original. The big difference here, though, is that we don't have the little flappies that the other blue Reiver had. Again, I don't know if the art is proof. This is cool that they have a lot of weapons here. I'm liking this a lot. Got a nice combat blade, all one color, which, again, just because there's 4 weapons in here, I can live with that. But nice if it was slightly 2 different colors on there, but I can live with this. It's all going to be in his hand anyway. But awesome. I love that they have a combat blade here. Actually, let's take a look. Does that actually fit in his sheath? Oh, and it sure does. That makes it even cooler. Really cool. Okay, we got the bolter. Again, I don't know if this is a special variant of bolter. The ones I had growing up, they didn't have the handle up front, but either way, cool. I feel like this is brighter, shinier than the last set of guns. And we got this little pistol thing. Again, two colors on there, which is a big step up. I feel like most of the time, a lot of the handguns or whatever we've gotten in the past have been one color. This being 2 colors definitely makes it pop and look a lot nicer. Now, as far as I still think the classic style bolt pistols look way cooler than this. Again, I don't know what this is supposed to be called. Intercessor pistol. I'm a little bit smaller, sissier version of a bolt pistol, but like that classic big chunky, like if it dried up, you could just go around bludgeoning people to death with it. And this is new. I don't know anything about it. I'm assuming it's some kind of a grappling hook. And I don't know what it actually does for gameplay or anything like that. But yeah, I'm almost tempted to, looking at this, I can almost chop that front off and just make it look like a big chunky, get the profile of a nice big chunky bolter. But still not the classic style, just but regardless, pretty cool. I like having multiple weapon options. It's really nice. And we have the collector's card, the last, again, the Terminator, World Eater, and Space Wolf all came with these little collector cards, which are a nice little touch. Again, I don't know what I would do with this. I'm not throwing them out or anything like that, but kind of nice little touch anyway. It's neat. And this is the what I read at the beginning, right off the Target website. But nice. And I got one of these little stands in there. I'm not going to pull that out. You've all seen those before if you have one of these figures. But just for funsies, I did happen to have this guy sitting close by. So, give you an idea. As I said, definitely a bigger difference in color there. Which is cool, kind of pops. I mean, there's no big difference one way or another. I feel like this one's probably more lore. I don't know, I just feel like this one's much more realistic. That's too clean for me. But then back to this guy. There's your little flappy wings for your backpack. Cool. And apologies too if you can hear my kids screaming upstairs. It's a Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. So there you go. Like I said, they're at least a different color on this guy, but it's I like the shading on this one, the new guy, more. And then the shading on this looks pretty cool too. Kind of like that this is gold. I almost wish that the gold was on here, but it's all good. I feel like the Blood Angels should be like a little more fancy, gussy. A lot of their other characters have a lot more gold detail and trim. Alright, I'm going to stop it real quick. Okay, there he is next to his Blood Angel counterparts from the old line. I say old line, but previous lines. Color-wise, his armor is, I mean, from what I can tell there in this light, it's pretty close to being dead on, so I like that. I wasn't sure. It kind of bothered me on the old one too. He's still like the same issue as before. He's quite a bit taller than these other guys. Not a huge issue, but like I said, it bothered me because they're supposed to be the same in those armor chunks. As far as I know, they should be the same guys in there. Both the Primaris Marines, or all of them should be Primaris Marines. Look-wise, I feel like he does go pretty good. I mean, he's got similar markings to this guy. That's really cool looking. I like that. It just looks it pops quite a bit with the right color. Again, I don't know a lot about the Reivers. Again, that's new to me. I used to sit there and read this stuff over and over again. I haven't researched a lot of the newer characters, or the newer figures, whatever they're supposed to be, characters. But I'm again thinking back to the old game. I'm not sure what they're good for. I'm assuming they're sneaky, meant to be, again, similar to scouts. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool character. This figure is pretty nice. I would definitely recommend it for $25. I think you get a lot for that. I mean, you get 4 weapons, that little card, a base if you really care about that. But then the figure itself, I think, is really good. And I'm actually happy that it comes with so many different weapons, because I have other guys, little glory squad that I've been putting together, that are missing weapons, so they might be able to give some of their stuff back to the Sisters of Silence, or Battle Sisters, whatever they're called. But trying to make a nice little Blood Angel squad. I'm not sure if he'll make the squad, because he's, again, different armor than these gentlemen. But just either way, kind of cool. Alright, please be on the lookout for other videos. I'm going to be doing the Tyrannid next. And then there's the Iron Warrior that's from the same line, is in the mail still. He got delayed. So, again, thank you for watching. Check out some of the other stuff. Evil Clown Slayer out.